Here we go. They'll stop for the cows, but they won't stop for the humans.
Shaun just held a Cobra. How did that feel, Shaun?
That's cool. I've always wanted to do that. It's another bucket list item to check out. How beautifully carved this is. Mindy, one day I'm going to build you something just like that. Morning, it's day one. We've landed, where are we?
Delhi, India.
Delhi, India. It's the first time we're actually taking a look at it out here.
Well, we saw it last night, but it was dark.
We saw it last night, couldn't see very much. We're excited about it. We're going to go see a lot of stuff this week. We're going to bring you all along for it, right?
Yep.
All right. We are on our way to Humayun's tomb, built in 15th century. Where Mindy was filming right there are about 150 tombs all the way around of people who were associated with the Humayun, I think is his name. We were just joking that his wife built this tomb for him. I told Mindy, what are you gonna build for me? This is the tomb under there, about 7 meters down. Such beautiful architecture in here. Okay, what do we got here?
A variety of Indian food. Butter chicken, I think is what they said. Naan.
Okay, we're going to the Sikh temple here. This is the kitchen at the Sikh temple. Turnaround time for a spot is 10 minutes to eat before somebody comes and clean. It's pretty quick. Here they are, getting the squash and pumpkin ready in the kitchen.
On the way over to the stop, he was telling us all about the life of Gandhi, which I knew some of, but not nearly what we've heard today. Super interesting. Now we're going to a museum about him where he lived.
So these right here are the footsteps of Gandhi's last walk to prayer. He's a man way before his time in civil liberties and calling out injustices against people. It was about peaceful protesting. All right, look at these outfits we got. Look pretty good. Awesome. So we're at the Jama Masjid. High speeder, the largest mosque in all of India.
A little warm.
It's a little stewy in this.
All the things dripping.
Double, triple layer.
All the places.
Dripping in all the places.
Swoop, swash, swag. Swag.
She got swoop, swash, and swag.
What's swag? Sweaty back. Oh. So we went inside. You can see what it looks like. Right there in the center is where the imam speaks from. Ready for a call to prayer.
Here we are. We have an outlook over here at the mosque. There's a little monkey right there. See him?
Yeah. Rickshaw.
Yeah. Looking forward to it. We're just trying to get out here. Look at all these people leaving at once. Where are our friends? I don't see him. Do you see him in there? Here we go. I want a nickel for every time you hear a hornbeat, right? Right here behind me, we have some gemstone cutters here in Jaipur, India. That's a method that they've been using since the 17th century to cut and fasten gemstones, semi-precious and precious stones. So here we are in the local market here in Jaipur, and Mindy is in there looking at bags, trying to negotiate a good price. You guys think she can negotiate a good price? Thumbs up if you think she's gonna get a price. Okay, we're gonna take our lives into our hands by crossing this busy street right here. There's the cows. You see the cows coming? Those are holy cows. They're literally holy cows. They'll stop for the cows, but they won't stop for the humans. Okay, good morning. Here we are in Jaipur, day 3. This is called the Wind Palace. Look how pretty that is.
Aww.
This is called the Amber Palace. We're going to be taking jeeps all the way up there to visit this place. Oh my god. he okay?
Coming for you, Mindy.
We're gonna ride in Jeeps, tall stairs, all the way up to the palace, where we're gonna check out what's going on up there. Shaun just held a Cobra. How did that feel, Shaun?
That's cool. I've always wanted to do that. It's another bucket list item to check out. Here we are. We just came from down over there. And now we are at the palace. Okay, here we are inside the fort.
It's the Jade Palace.
The Jade Palace. This is so pretty up here. There's a wall all around the city. It's 1,000 years old.
You can see the wall.
The wall's 1,000, or the city is 1,000 years old, but this palace is what, 500 years old?
Well, he said it started in 15 something or other.
So 700 years old. No, is that right? No, 500 years old roughly. We got a visitor coming through right here.
Hello.
Right now,
Man, this is so beautiful. Holy cow. This right here was the Queen's chambers. She could communicate with the public down through those grids, those stone grids. And then the king would receive his audience over in there. So we are now inside the new palace here in Jaipur, India. This is where the royalty currently lives. You can tell that the prince here is in town because there's the two flags. If there had only been one, the large flag, it would mean he wasn't here. Anyway, we're taking a tour. Good morning. Today we woke up, had breakfast, and we got up and we're leaving Jaipur, right? Jaipur to go to Agra. Agra, India. On
We're
the way,
gonna stop and see the stepwell and the school and some other things
and
too.
a temple,
It'll be fun.
and then spend the night there. Tomorrow will be the Taj Mahal. Color blocking of fabrics. Pattern and color.
they will like it.
Visiting a school here, just in the countryside. to see
The younger ones are here. The senior classes are over there.
My name is Mindy. Yeah.
My name is Shaun.
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 इनका नाम है शान. क्या नाम है?
Oh, namaste. Okay, we're now headed to a stepwell. It's 1,000 years old. They don't use it anymore since the 50s because they've had better water delivery systems, but this is what they used for a long, long time.
So cool.
Oh, wow. Look at this. Look how far down. What did you say, 70 feet down?
70 feet.
Wow. There you go. This is where they would come. They would, wherever the water level was, if it rained, it'd come up, and if it was dry, it would go down, but they'd take steps. It was the women, the daughters-in-laws, were the ones that went out and picked up the water. And this is where they would come and socialize with other married women into families. Does anybody know what Cubert is? This would be literally a real-life Cubert.
All I'm saying is, if it was the daughter-in-laws that had to do it, it'd be real motivating to marry your kid off quickly. Because walking up those stairs
walking up those
multiple times
stairs
a
would
day
be
with
not-
water in your hands,
With multiple
buckets full
buckets
of
of
pots full of water.
on their heads. They would carry them on their heads. Just walk up to that temple. Probably not going to take off my shoes right there and walk in there, but that's the part of the temple that is the most sacred. So we're going to take some videos just from over here. Here we are at the hotel. This is a beautiful hotel. This feels good. We're going to go get night. Mindy's getting a massage tonight.
An Indian
Spa
massage.
night.
An Ayurvedic hot poultice massage is what
A
they
hot
said.
poultice massage.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
This morning we are on our way to the Taj Mahal,
One of the 7 wonders of the world.
saving the best for the last day. Well, tomorrow we have tomorrow too, but the last like sightseeing real day. I made sure to wear my red for the color of love.
And I'm white, the color of
The accent.
the accessory to the love. Okay, we're now on a golf cart on our way to the Taj Mahal to try and keep buses and cars that are gas away from there so that all the pollution stay in the car. We got a whole bunch of us on our bus and golf carts right now. Wow. King built this for his wife.
Grupo
She had
familia
14
pueden
kids.
bajar hasta-
Before she died, she asked him to build or to do something that people would remember their love for. Here we are on the first platform. The base of the Taj Mahal. Look how beautifully carved this is. Mindy, one day I'm gonna build you something just like that.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
If I don't die first. We just took a tour inside the tomb. We couldn't do any photography. What'd you think of it?
It's really pretty.
The lattice work around the tombs
Super
was
pretty.
beautiful,
The
adorned
acoustics,
with hearts.
all the
yeah,
carvings.
the acoustics were cute. This guy really loved his wife. Okay, we made it back to the bus and we are soaking wet. And my buddy Taylor shows up with this for me. It's one of the best gifts I've ever been given. And Mindy's getting some piano on.
Love it.
Beautiful. This is what it looks like. We are training Peter how to drive a tuk-tuk in India.
Whoa, you're very close to
This
that
is,
car.
yeah, this is a little scary.
It is my regular
We're on
job.
a one-way road right here. Peter is literally driving
You can keep going.
the rickshaw tuk-tuk
Don't do this, huh?
in India.
It is big.
Peter. Love it. Whoa. Peter's driving.
This morning we are leaving Agra and heading back to Delhi.
Yep.
It's technically our last day, I guess, because
Even though we fly out
our
2 a.m.
flight is at 2 a.m. tomorrow, but we're not really going to bed.
Yep, it's gonna be a long
So
trip
it's going to be a long flight.
We're gonna miss
Hopefully
this
we'll be able to
place
sleep.
so long. Look how pretty it is.
This has been one of my favorite hotels.
Yeah, we loved it.
This has been a good one.
Yeah.